Bitcoin and altcoins are showing weakness once again. In fact, Bitcoin was hovering below 10,000 for most of today, a level it hasn't seen since July. You may be wondering what's going on. In this video, I'm going to present 3 reasons why Bitcoins and altcoins have fallen and discuss how we should prepare for it. Stay tuned. Starting with Bitcoin, it's at 10,064 and is about 400 points lower than yesterday. And this is a continuation from the day before when Bitcoin fell from 12,000 to where it is now. And it's not just Bitcoin today. If you look at altcoins, it's very, very, very ugly. As you can see on CMC, Ethereum is down a full 16%, Chainlink down 14%, Polkadot down 23%. And I could go on and on and on. We're seeing double-digit losses across the board. So why is this happening? Why all of a sudden? Well, here are the 3 reasons why I think it's happening. Number 1, people are still talking about the CME Gap of 9,600. This to me is like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because of the fact people have this in the back of their heads, it gives them more fear, more doubt, so that whenever there is any kind of dip or correction, they're going to think, okay, this is the next one that's going to drop us down to 9,600. Now, the good thing is, for the past 3 days, Bitcoin tried to hit 9,600 and it didn't. So zooming in a little bit, you can see over here, Bitcoin fell below 10,000, about right at 10,000 actually. This time it went down to 9,800, and this morning it went a little bit below 9,814. So Bitcoin is looking like it wants to head there, but every time it gets to 9,800, it bounces right back up, and now we're above 10,000. So Bitcoin is holding strong, is trying to resist, but this 9,600 prophecy may be too hard to resist, and I think a lot of people are very focused on this point. They may have cashed out, they may have cash on the side, and they're waiting for 9,600 to hit before committing. Now, the second reason is something that I've talked about days before, and that is there's an unusual amount of Bitcoin flowing from miners into exchanges. And this was brought up by a company called CryptoQuant. Unfortunately, when you have a large amount of BTC that's flowing into exchanges, you know what's going to happen. There's going to be a big sell-off. So why did this happen? Well, the miners could be taking advantage of the fact that Bitcoin just hit 12,000, or it could be due to the fact that difficulty has been adjusting up and now it's no longer profitable, at least not like it was 2 months ago. Remember, difficulty adjusts every 2 weeks. And if miners continue to onboard new ASIC miners, that makes it very difficult for miners to stay profitable if the price does not continue to go up. So Bitcoin did jump up very, very fast to 12,000, but it has stayed there for a couple of months. So this could be also the reason why that they're just selling off a little bit to pay off operations, or they've been waiting to sell off, and that could be it. This is all speculation at this point, but one thing is for certain, there's a large amount of BTC moved to the exchanges, and this could be the reason also why BTC and the rest of altcoins are selling off. Now, the third reason could be due to DeFi cooling off. We know that DeFi has been on a tear, and as you can see, the locked-in value has been doing nothing but going up. In fact, it has been speeding up until a few days ago, and it started dropping. This is the good and bad about DeFi, especially with lending. When things are good, people take more risks. They put all of their crypto in and take a loan against it. And what do they do with that loan? Well, they go buy more crypto with it. And it works when things are going up. But when things are not going up and they come down, that's when you get a lot of people, they get wrecked and they get liquidated. And that seems to be happening right now. The total locked-in value has dropped over $2 billion within the last 2 days. And this will probably continue if there's still weakness in the market. And this, again, is kind of like a snowball effect because there is a debt to collateral ratio. So the farther the collateral goes down, the more people are going to get liquidated, and that's going to cause further sell-offs, and it just kind of snowballs from there. So I think this is another reason why we're seeing more weakness in the market today. Hopefully this is not a bubble pop, because if it is, and you see DeFi fall from 7 billion all the way back down to below 2 billion within a very short amount of time, this is going to have a big effect on the market. So this is number 3. Now there's 2 other reasons I want to bring up. These are bonus reasons, I guess. I don't think these 2 are the reason why, but I wanted to bring up and share. Russia is looking to ban Bitcoin miners. So any earnings from Bitcoin mining, they're going to take away or they're going to fine you drastically. Now this has not been put into effect yet, but they're already talking about it. And usually when they're talking about it and Putin wants it, it's going to happen. So this could be, a pre-sell for that, a precursor to that. Many miners could be selling off now. They want to sell off while they can before this goes into effect. I don't know how much mining is actually done from Russia right now, and this hasn't been put into place yet. So I don't know if this is causing what we're seeing right now. Now, this is something that I mentioned recently, even yesterday during my live stream. Ex-CEO of Prudential Financial, George Ball, he went on air and told people to buy Bitcoin. The reason being, he doesn't trust what's going on. With all the money printing, with the stimulus packages, he believes that inflation is going to lead to bad things. In fact, hyperinflation. So he's telling everyone to jump into something that can hedge against inflation, such as Bitcoin. Now, he mentioned something very interesting about how traders will reshuffle their portfolio before Labor Day. And that's where we are now. We're the weekend before Labor Day. So that is why stocks took a tumble the last 2 days. Now, maybe this is related because some of those portfolio managers may be scared and they want to sell off Bitcoin too. Maybe they don't understand this concept that Bitcoin is a hedge, or maybe they don't believe in it. That could also be related, that the stock market, the broader market, is selling off, and we're seeing continuation of that with Bitcoin and crypto. So those 3 reasons, along with the 2 extra, are why I think Bitcoin and altcoins are showing more weakness and why it's heading down. One thing I know is not to panic and be patient. These dips, as bad as they seem, usually end sooner than expected, and they just kind of go away. And then when things start going up, people just kind of forget. We have seen many, many situations like this where Bitcoin altcoins have really good weeks or months, and all of a sudden it comes down and everyone thinks it's time to sell off. It's over, the bubble bursts, but then the next day things come right back up. The fundamentals, the technicals, the macro perspective, the utility, the usage, adoption, all of that has not changed. What we're seeing now is just temporary and things will blow over. Not being patient is one of my ultimate mistakes when it comes to investing. In fact, I created a video last night talking about my many mistakes. So if you want to hear about my mistakes, my story, well then check out this video. I'm going to link it at the end of the video and also pin it to the comments. So what do you think? Do you agree with me on these 3 reasons, or do you think it's something else? And what are you going to do about it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye-bye.